Get ready to dive into a world where empires stand on the brink of war and terrible monsters tear at the fragile borderlands of men. The Adventurer Conqueror King System Imperial Imprint, or as we like to call it, Acts 2, is now live on Kickstarter. Acts 2 is the new edition of the acclaimed best-selling fantasy role-playing game. You'll find everything you need to enjoy epic fantasy campaigns with a sweeping scope. Whether you want to crawl through dungeons, experiment with alchemy, crossbreed monsters, run a merchant emporium, raise an undead legion, or even conquer an empire, Acts 2 supports your playstyle. Acts 2 integrates experience point mechanics, making campaign activities a seamless part of the core gameplay loop. Your character levels up in new and exciting ways each time you play, adding massive replayability to each of your adventures. Acts 2 offers 18 character classes, 378 spells, new combat mechanics, and so much more. Support Acts 2 on Kickstarter today.
Knocked Prone is a clean, chaotic, and deep podcast for D&D nerds. Find more ways to support our show in the episode description.
Whether you're a halfling, a giant, or somewhere in between, round the table with your friends, playing Dungeons and Dragons. And if life ever knocks you down, your dice will surely turn around. Roll your stats, it's time to quest. Let's put your characters to the test.
We're going to start the combat out. Zag, you currently fall to the floor, paralyzed, feeling this dread in your chest. This happy feeling eludes you. And go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn.
9.
A 9, unfortunately, will not pass. You will remain stunned for the round. And with that, Selene, you are up. You watch as Zag falls helplessly to the ground as his father stands over him.
I would like to throw one thing out. As I am going to spend the next 5 rounds of combat trying to pass this save, which I will fail, I want it to be flavored as Baby Shadowthorn is doing CPR on Zag's stunned body.
Yes.
Come back to me.
Baby Shadow.
Baby, come back.
I'm going to say, Eorlund, we were hoping to find you. Trying to... Whilst I am going to be using all the attack power that I possibly can, as he seems like a scary, intimidating, and clearly violent fellow, but also trying to work some amount of charisma, because I know that in the end, somehow, we might need to work together.
Right.
So, I am going to roll the hit with my all-pike. 23 to hit.
That will hit.
12 points of damage. Zag's not within 5 feet of him.
No.
So I'll use my bonus action for an offhanded attack.
Okay.
17 to hit.
Will not hit.
Okay.
Eorlund's piercing gaze sweeps across the battlefield, and his eyes fixate on you, Selene, as you are charging towards him. You brandish your all-pike blade, and with lethal precision, your blade cleaves through the air, aiming for Eorlund's imposing figure. This giant warrior that is Eorlund absorbs your blow as you hit him the first time, with a trickle of blood emerging from his heaving chest. You press forward a second time, aiming to strike Eorlund again. However, this second time, his massive hands intercept your strike. Effortlessly, he catches your blade between his 2 meaty palms. The clash of steel echoes through the chamber, reverberating as if your all-pike had instead collided with unyielding stone instead of hands. Eorlund smirks, unshaken by your impact, and effortlessly shoves your all-pike aside, leaving you momentarily teetering. Eorlund looks down at you, Selene, and goes,
"Huh, men, get him."
And a horde of orcs are going to pick Zag up and start hauling him away. Who would like to take attacks of opportunity against these orcs?
Me?
Can I throw a loincloth?
Can I do something slightly different?
Of course.
Can I try to grapple Zag as they're dragging him away?
Yes.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20? You're going to slow this action. They will have half speed as you are being dragged by a horde of orcs.
Works for me.
They make it 15 feet away.
I'm going to try to hit them with my all-pike. 25 to hit.
That will hit.
So that's 9 points of damage, and then I'm also going to use sneak attack. 26 points of damage.
You kill 2 orcs out of this group.
Yes,
and
how
you
many
didn't
were
ask
there?
permission.
Yeah, Zag is furious.
Zag is just stunned.
Just cried. There's just tears. No frowning. Just straight tears.
You take out 2 of the orcs. There appear to be 10.
Okay. Internal crisis is occurring as I realize I didn't ask permission.
You look over at Grom, and Grom is fiercely just tugging on Zag. Doesn't seem to be paying any mind.
I'm just going to attack whatever orc is closest with my rapier. You know, I'm gonna stick with the 14.
A 14 will hit this orc.
Okay, cool. And so that is 11. So 11 piercing, 8 radiant.
You deal 11 points of slashing damage and 8 points of radiant damage. As you deal this 8 points of radiant damage, you see the light refracting from your blade with this radiant power. And then a light of their own starts to emit from their armor, and a symbol that you recognize as the symbol of Vecna that is on this armor that was gifted to these orcs by Eorlund Bane glows. You watch as the radiant energy seeps into their orcish skin and seems to heal them.
That's super cool, Cade. Super, super cool.
Kobo, you are up.
Okay, I've got a backup plan. Carry on.
Kobo's gonna kind of run over, slip up next to Selene, and be like, I see you like to move quickly. Maybe this will help. And I will cast Greater Invisibility on you.
Oh,
Ooh.
lovely.
With greater invisibility, you will proc sneak attack no matter what.
And it doesn't go away once you attack.
Yes.
So you're invisible completely for a minute.
Lovely.
Dude.
Thank you, Kobo.
Sorry, last thing, I'll use the remaining movement I have to try to move, like, to a safer location to maintain that concentration. You know, maybe behind a larger target like Grom.
Yeah, so you were able to slink up, cast greater invisibility, and slink back into the elevator. With that, it is going to be Eorlund's turn. Eorlund is going to pull out a long hilt that has no blade. His hand hits the end of the blade, and out of this blade will form something called a doom blade that is made out entirely of force energy.
Dude.
And
I knew I was a Jedi.
Grom, he's going to take some attacks at you. A 22 to hit,
Hits?
a 17 to hit.
I mean, technically hits. I don't think I pulled my shield out at this point, so yeah.
Okay, you will take 63 points of force damage as this
I'm
blade
down.
drives within your heart.
What?
I only had 57 health. We didn't get arrested.
Oh my gosh. Want to incapacitate him? That would be nice.
I was gonna try to just meta use hold person for my turn to see if that would help anything, but I also can't guarantee that that'll work.
With that is going to be the end of Eorlund's turn. Grom, go ahead and roll me a death save.
Close. Natural 19. So
Natural
success.
19, success. Efimia, you are up. You watch as Grom takes 2 hits from Eorlund and falls to the ground, and Zag is being carted away by a group of orcs.
Okay, I'm going to try to cast hold person on Eorlund.
What save is it?
That's going to be a wisdom save.
A natural 1.
There we go.
He will burn a legendary resistance and will succeed instead.
Oh.
Okay.
I hate that so bad.
Ah.
How much poison do I have?
An entire belt full. A lot.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to coat my weapon.
Okay, yep, you coat your weapon with a myriad of poisons and acids, and is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I could do.
All right.
I did my
Zag,
best.
you are up. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw as you are being carted away.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Dude, I'm on a roll. Last session I got a nat 20. Heck yeah. So he dies? Like, is that what happened? We won.
With a nat 20, I will give you your action. You are currently grappled by 8 orcs. What are you doing?
I'm grappled by 8 orcs
Yes.
and being carted away.
Yes.
Zag passes the saving throw and is no longer stunned. Briefly will look around the battlefield, see that Grom is down.
Grom being like pushed off of his sword, essentially.
Yeah.
Yes. And he is going to, for the first time using this spell, point a finger towards Grom, and Thorn will run towards him. Baby Shadow Thorn, sorry. Baby Shadow Thorn. Nobody will know what I'm talking about if I don't say it like that. Run towards him and put hands on him and cast Heal. So Grom will heal for 70 points
What
of
level
health.
spell?
6.
Counterspell.
No. But he has to roll
He
above.
has to roll above a 16.
Oh.
That sucks.
So he has a +5.
Oh, dude.
If I had known.
So he has to get an 11 or higher.
Dude, I thought this was the least risky.
Yes!
He gets a 4.
Yes!
And so his counterspell fails. And Grom, you heal 70 hit points.
Oh, thank
70 hit
Lathander.
points. And you
Rip.
are back up.
And Baby Shadowthorn will give a thumbs up back to Zag. As Zag is being like just carried away, like, good job!
Selene, you are up as you watch as Grom gets downed by Eorlund Bane in 2 fell swoops. Zag gets carted away and by some miracle heals Grom back up, and the tides seem to have changed. Eorlund is looking intimidated as his counterspell fails against his own son.
I don't think this is very logical, but I'm just gonna keep fighting him until I have a solid reason not to. So, oh no! I was gonna hit with my all pike, natural 1, inspiration. Here you go.
Wait, no.
Wait.
Himbo's luck.
Yeah,
I am
you're
conscious.
luck.
I am conscious and not stunned. Himbo's luck. You get to reroll your nat 1.
Yeah. I got a 16.
A 16
which
to
will-
hit?
Yes. I'm gonna use an inspiration. I got a natural 1.
Are you kidding?
A natural
I'm
one.
using a
Another
inspiration.
inspiration.
Oh my gosh.
Natural 20.
First one of the campaign.
Yeah.
Actually,
I don't know.
not
I
for real
literally,
though. I think that
I
might
literally
be it.
can't think of a time I've rolled a natural 20 in this campaign.
With a natural 20, you are currently invisible. You have sneak attack damage against Eorlund. Go ahead and double your sneak attack dice as well as double your attack dice.
Oh, I forget.
This might be a record for the campaign. 28. On top of that.
28 plus
68 points of damage.
40.
68 points of damage. Of the 80 points that have been dealt to him, Selene, you have dealt all 80 of the hit points to him. So he is doing very poorly.
I'm gonna get him.
How do you deal this blow? That bloodies him.
I only imagine it as like one of the special attack moves in Super Smash. I imagine I like hit my Smash Ball and then did like my super attack. Yeah.
Yeah, a cooking pot appears out of nowhere, and you suck Eorlund in,
Kirby
and you
style.
mix him around, and then you pop him back out, and he takes an enormous amount of damage.
And then because you're
is
invisible, it
definitely
looks just
bloodied.
like a hard flop as you like scream.
In pain. Yeah, exactly.
What is happening?
And with that, is that the end of your turn, Selene?
I'm going to use my offhanded attack as my bonus action.
Okay, roll to hit.
25 to hit,
A 25 will hit.
7 more points.
7 more points of damage. You deal 75 of the 87 points of damage that has been dealt to Eorlund so far, and he actively weeps. With that, it is Eorlund's turn. He's going to cast something called Paradoxy. So he will momentarily warp in reality to appear at 3 different points that you can see within 120 feet of him. Each creature in a 20-foot radius, so that would be all of you, must make a strength saving throw.
Natural 20 for 26.
Wow!
With a natural 20, you won't take any damage.
16.
Natural 20!
Wow!
What is happening at this table?
8.
An 8? 16, you said?
1.
1?
Oh, cool.
Efimia, Kobo, Zag, all of you are going to take 47 points of force damage. Kobo and Efimia, as you are not being grappled, you are going to be pulled 15 feet towards one of these copies of Eorlund. There are currently 3 copies of Eorlund in the room right now.
So how close am I to the copy of Eorlund?
You are about 15 feet from the closest one. They're all like teleporting around the room and trying to be as slippery as possible with this. But with that, that is the end of Eorlund's turn.
Kobo's going to cast Sleep at this group of orcs.
Okay, wonderful. Roll it.
5d8. 30. 30 sleep damage.
You put 2 more of these orcs to sleep, and they fall to the ground incapacitated and snoozing.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
As a bonus action, I'll look to Grom and be like, You've got him. Hold on. And give you inspiration.
Thank you.
With that, it is going to be Eorlund's turn. He's going to see if one of his special abilities recharges. It does. He's going to walk up to Grom yet again, loom over you with his blade, and he'll say,
Will this give away which one he is?
Yeah, I suppose it would. So he will kind of forego the illusion and walk straight up to Grom in fury.
Well, Zag, I'm gonna let you watch your friends die, and then I'm gonna let you watch your dog die.
Dude.
That is a 24 to hit
Hits.
and a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Silvery Barb's one.
All silvery barb is the other.
That's a 17 to hit
Hits.
No, dude.
and another 17 to hit. I'm
Hits.
so sorry.
Oh, killer.
If I had my shield out, but I haven't had a turn to take my shield out, so.
I'll give the advantage for my Silvery Barbs to Efimia.
Grom, you will take 64 points of force damage
Still up, though.
as his blades slash into you. And that is the end of Eorlund's turn. Grom, you are up.
Just turn around, because he's been focusing me, and he's been behind me, and I'm just gonna...
You're quite the formidable opponent, but you forgot one thing. You're outmatched.
And I will... Yeah, I'm just gonna attack him
Okay, roll it.
with my fists. Oh, dang it. Oh. Okay, well, it's still an 18. I was just saying, oh, dang it, because if I was higher level, that would have been a crit.
Oh, I see. I was like, 18's not bad.
No. Yeah, so 29 to hit.
A 29 will most definitely hit.
It's a 15 to hit. I'm gonna add a d10
Okay.
from the inspiration. An 8, so 23 to hit.
A 23 will hit.
Okay. So 13 points of bludgeoning damage on the first hit,
Wonderful.
and 12 points of bludgeoning damage on the second. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do second wind. So I heal 13 points, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, sounds great. And with that, Efimia, you are up. So you are watching as Grom and Selene are tag teaming Eorlund. You can't see Selene, however, she is invisible. Zag is still being carted away by orcs. What would you like to do? And Kobo is cowering.
No, he is. He's like literally standing right behind Grom, pops over like through Grom's legs, go to sleep, and then like back behind one.
Efimia is going to go in with her rapier, and because of the last turn, it is covered in poison.
Okay, yes, definitely.
All right. Unnatural 20.
Will hit.
Okay. That was a 24.
So definitely will hit.
All right. So because I added the poison to my rapier, that also adds an extra 2d8 of poison damage. The initial piercing damage, it's going to be a 7. And then it's also 1d8 of radiant damage. That's an 8.
So he heals 1 hit point. Constitution saving throw. What is your spell save?
14.
He will fail, but he will burn one of his legendary resistances to succeed instead.
Well, in that case, as a bonus action, I'm going to use the Vow of Enmity, so I get advantage on attack rolls
For the next minute?
for the next minute.
Okay.
Or until he drops to 0 HP.
I was just wondering, since she can see that her damage is healing them, can she forego her radiant damage?
That's totally okay.
I only got a 16, and I know his...
A 16 will not
I
hit.
know, so I'm going to turn in an inspiration on that one.
Thank you to the Himbo Squad.
And that one was an 18.
Meets feats.
So I'm going to roll the 1d8 of damage plus 4, because I'm not screwing around with the...
With the radiant damage.
No. And that was a 6, but I'm also going to have you roll a Constitution saving for the poison again.
He will fail his poison. Zag, go ahead and roll me a history check.
8.
An 8. Unfortunately, you don't know anything.
That's just 7 points of poison damage as well.
All right, so you deal a total of 13 points of damage against Eorlund, and he is looking battered.
And he's poisoned till the next round.
And he's poisoned till the next round. And with that, it is going to be Zag. You are up. You are currently grappled by a horde of 6 orcs who are still carting you away.
Zag is going to try and break out of the grapple.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. They got a 15.
12.
A 12, unfortunately, will not pass. They will keep you grappled. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Zag will try to yell out to Eorlund.
Okay.
Eorlund Bane! Let them go!
Or what? I have your dog. I have your friends. Now what?
She's my dog.
Submit, and it'll be easier for your friends.
Do not.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Let me guess. The champions of Greyhaven. I've changed my mind. We can kill him here.
And is that the end of your turn, Zag? Selene, you are up.
Oh man. Well, if I was not sure at all before, I'm sure now. So I'm gonna do my thing.
I'm gonna do my
thing. So we can communicate telepathically. So
Right.
I'm going to talk to the party. I know that we gave permission for River, but
Yes.
Do it now!
really the only opinion I care about is Zag. Do I have your permission?
Eorlund raises his hand.
I wanna hit him.
Okay.
I got a 15 inspiration.
15 will miss.
You got this.
Got this.
I got another 15. I'm gonna use an inspiration.
I believe in you.
Natural 20.
With a natural 20, he will use a reaction, but deal your damage.
Okay, so that was 12 plus my sneak attack. 19. 8.
You are going to be very
9,
close.
10. This is not a great one. 17 for the second sneak attack.
You deal 172 damage total to Eorlund. And with that, he snaps his fingers, disappears. But before he disappears, you watch the life drain from his eyes.
But as far as we can tell, we're kind of thinking...
Yes. He had 170 hit points. You dealt 172 damage to him.
Yes.
Literally,
how many of those was
within
Selene?
2.
Like
100 and something. Yeah.
I had like maybe 30. And then I healed him 8.
Yeah, I dealt like around 30-ish damage as well. So
I
yeah,
made Selene invisible, so I get like half the damage.
Eorlund will disappear from the battlefield, and as he does, these orcs will shake out of it, seemingly under some sort of spell of Eorlund's, will drop Zag and raise their hands. Eorlund is presumably dead. However, there is a purple light in the sky that would potentially make him undead. And as you are looking around this battlefield, feeling much more satisfied with a victory, you watch as River books it out the door. And I believe that is where we're going to end our session for the night.
I would like to chase him and kill him before we end. Can we do that?
Go ahead and roll an attack if you'd like.
I'm going to use my bonus action to do my remarkable athlete, so I can increase my speed by 10 feet, and I am going to dash after the River.
I want to add some flavor too. What I would do is I'd be grabbing Efimia, cast Dimension Door, and teleport her right in front of River.
You would also go with her.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'd be like behind
You
her.
all gang up around River. We're not ending session. I wanted to go with that. That's amazing.
We're not.
I did not expect you guys to catch up.
I like that.
So you guys surround River. I'm so sorry. I didn't expect this to happen.
Oh, you liar.
No, I didn't lie. I told Eorlund the truth.
Can I grapple him?
Yeah, you could try.
28.
Yeah, with a 28, you're definitely able to get your arms around River, but he seems a little slimier than you were expecting.
Okay. While like conversation is happening, I took the grappler feat so I can take an extra action on an already grappled target to restrain them.
Wonderful.
So just as this is going on, I'm basically grabbing him, putting him to a full headlock, locking him down. I'm considered restrained as well.
Yes, wonderful. River, now fully restrained. I had to sell you out. You were getting too close. You see, the Seldarine can't come back. If the Seldarine come back, my operation goes underground.
What a pity.
I think your operation's already kind of underground with all those people that are down there
Under the
struggling
ground.
underground.
You are not worthy.
If you hurt me at all, I'll press a button, letting the orcs in Avalar know to kill Avery.
I'm pretty sure you're grappled.
I can still press a button.
Can I cast Zone of Truth
Absolutely.
on him? Okay.
What save is it?
It is a charisma saving throw of 15.
He will
He's gonna
fail.
Fail. I see it.
All right. On a failed save, he obviously can't speak a deliberate lie well within my range. And he's grappled, so he can't leave it.
Yeah.
That is a good
okay.
combo.
Do you actually have access to Avalon?
Yes. I will kill Avery. I will kill Avery.
And you called Eorlund here, did you?
Yes. I've been working with Eorlund and Vecna, and the Sildarine can't come back.
Are you actually my godfather?
Yes.
You're pathetic.
You're pathetic.
Oh, well, that's obviously your truthful belief.
Can Zag search his person for some type of button or something to notify Avalar?
Roll me an investigation check with advantage.
Dude, you're not gonna believe it. Check it.
Natural 20?
Natural 20. I am on such a roll.
With a natural 20, you find a device attached to his hand, the inside of his palm.
Inside his palm.
Yes, he can
Like
literally...
inside his skin?
Inside, like attached, like a glove on the outside of his hand. This was the gauntlet that you, Selene, saw River put on while he was grabbing the soul stone, with a red button in the very center of it.
Zag is going to carefully remove that glove.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Don't do that.
As he's like trying to grab it, I just whisper in,
Press that button, and you're dead too.
He presses the button.
No, I
And
didn't
with
even
that,
get
that
to
is
roll.
where we're going to end our session. My name is Cade, the host and dungeon master of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure, and I'm joined here by the players to my left. I saw your roll. It's too low. You rolled an 11.
Plus
It doesn't matter.
12.
Plus 12?
Nah, it was a lie.
Nah.
Alec playing Zag.
Mason playing Grom.
Danny playing Kobo.
Marissa playing Efimia.
And Brooklyn playing Selene.
Well, I am Cade, your host and dog killer. Thank you so much for joining us this session. If you hate me as much as our players hate me right now, go on over to patreon.com/knocked and consider supporting our podcast. It would mean the absolute world to us. And you can join the ranks of our other amazing patrons, namely Caitlin Holland, Christopher Michael Watts, and Riss, just Riss. 3 adventurers who are all on Avery's emergency contact list. Unfortunately, they're going to be getting a very upsetting call in the near future. Baron Battlebred, James Beckus, Maceface the Destroyer, and Katya Yamakawa. All people who have been against River and his practices since the beginning. They've just been chilling in the basement, running on the treadmill because they like to stay in shape. Poe, Ograd of the Unknown, and Erison, Zag's other brothers, who are kind of also thinking about killing Eorlund Bane, but just to get towards the throne, not for any, vengeful purposes. They might change their mind after they find out about Avery, though. Dakota Storm, Janlan, and Dean the Destroyer. These 3 adventurers are all super fans of Grom and have been dying to see his next fight. Little do they know that he's been doing some freelance grappling on the side, vigilante style. And finally, Kelric Bigfur, who wants to remind you to listen to the Knocked Prone podcast. Thank you all for being patrons, and if you want to join these ranks, go over to patreon.com/knocked and check out our awesome rewards we offer over there. That is the end of our session for the night, and we hope that you remember when life knocks you flat on your back, all you gotta do is keep rolling, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. When you went outside, the perception check that I had you roll was River was talking to Eorlund and his men outside.
That son of a...
Yeah, I was like...
Oh, River turned us in?
At first, Efimia was kind of conflicted after her talk, and she's like, maybe don't kill him.
Listen to me! Alec wanted to kill River so long ago, but I'm trying to roleplay, and Zag waits to kill till it's necessary, okay? And I honestly think I waited until way too late, because he should have died forever ago. I'm so mad. Put a quack on it. I'm pissed. I didn't think you were gonna make River so evil. I'm so upset.